Nerdventures! Welcome to 2022. Whole new year. Whole new me. New things, new maturities. Doing better at stuff. All of that. We're starting the year off right. And by right, I mean fucking wrong. Warner Brothers, wrong. Chet, turn it around. Turn it around. Okay. I don't know how this stream's gonna go. Let me just throw this out there, okay? I'm gonna try, okay? I really am gonna try to see both sides of this argument. I'm gonna try to see the good in the possibilities of what will come, but I can't lie to you. I can't sit out here and act like I don't feel the way I feel. And in fact, I think part of the reason that many of you keep coming back to the tower and hanging out and watching these streams and having fun with us is because, yeah, man, we keep it real over here, dude. I don't know what to tell you, man. Warner Brothers over the weekend, in my opinion, just threw in the towel. They just gave up. Like, it just seems like we're gonna what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Because I saw some people on Twitter over the weekend, and yes, we're taking our time driving into the tower. I'm a little bit behind. Everybody chill out. I don't want to go there. Nope. Let's just try to keep it down. Let's try to keep it chill. Let's try to keep it calm. Okay? Relax. Calm your butt. So I saw a lot of people on Twitter. I was getting really pissed off. A lot of people were like, dude, I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? So here's what we're going to talk about, okay? Let me paint a picture for you. The Flash. The biggest DCEU movie, arguably. I mean, the Batman is adjacent to the DCEU until they decide they want to fucking ruin that one, too. The DCEU, the Flash movie, was always seen as some kind of a soft reboot or some kind of a relaunch point in time for the universe. But leaks came out over the weekend that clarified this, I guess. And they sound straight trash. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I'm trying to keep an open mind here. We're going to try to talk about the positives of what could be going on here. But it is memeable. It is laughable. It is absolute disconnect between the people making decisions at Warner Brothers and the fans and what the fans want. And it's not just Snyder-Verse. Like, obviously, I'm a big Snyder-Verse person, a fan of the Snyder-Verse and all of that sort of stuff. But it's actually beyond that. It's so, frankly, goddamn ridiculous. So we're going to get into all of that and more. Now, there is some positive stuff going on today. Number one, for a lucky Nerdventure member, we're going to be giving away another $200 GameStop gift card. We'll do this towards the end of the show. We do this every month. Every month we give a $200 GameStop gift card away to one lucky Nerdventure member. That's going to be really fun. All you got to do is be a Nerdventure member. And technically, if you become a member by the end of the stream, you're still eligible. Everyone else will hate you, especially if you win the gift card. They will really, really hate you. You will go down in infamy as that Nerdventure, probably forever. But you technically could do it. So we're going to do that a little bit later on. I am also going to be purchasing some memes from the BBS website. You know what I really want to buy today? You know what? It's on my shopping list for memes. Shitting on DC, shitting on Warner Brothers, shitting on Walter Hamada. Just anything even if you just posted a picture that said DC bad and it was just text, I'd probably buy it as a meme today. So go check that out. Go to thedenofnerds.com, make an account, get set up over there. I'm pulling into the tower right now. I'll see you in a second. Oh man, here we go. How are you guys doing, by the way? Wait, what? The gambling's on? You mother truckers! Chet, Come on, man. We're supposed to get our shit together in the new year. Oh my god, man. They're gambling away all their nerd coin. Quick, before somebody hits a 99 or 100 roll, shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it. Boom. Haha. Gotcha. I hope you had fun with your illegal gambling. Gosh, you guys should know better by now, you know? Ugh. Okay, anyway. How are you guys doing? How was the weekend for you? I pretty much checked out for the weekend myself. Had a pretty chill time. Played a bunch of Halo, actually, and had a good amount of fun doing that. And just kind of chilled. I caught up on some comics yesterday. By the way, small side note. Whatever they did to Miles Morales' costume, it's horrible. Like, why did they have to change that? Why did they have to change that? I thought Miles Morales' costume was dope before, so I don't know what's going on with that. But other than that, had a good weekend, okay? Hope you guys had a good weekend, too. Let me know. All right, check it out. Let's get in here. Let's just get into it. Let's just go. Again, I don't know what's going to happen here. And you know what? If you're a DC fan, like, is Stevie in the chat right now? Stevie, are you in the chat? I do feel bad for the DC fans. And again, I am going to try to be fair about this. I want to try to take it all down. This is the tweet that started it all. Okay, this is the tweet that started it all, ladies and gentlemen. I believe she made this tweet. When did she make this tweet? This was on, I think this was done on Friday or Saturday. January 1st, so Saturday. What time did she make it? 11:30 in the morning. Okay, so, yeah, this is kind of what happened, guys. This is kind of what happened, if you didn't know. Grace drops this little bombshell, and unlike some of the other stuff that she drops out there, it was corroborated by a lot of folks. Now, there's so many different things and so many different angles of stuff that I want to talk about here. But let's just begin with the irony of when people, like, just don't like what Grace has to say or whatever. They're like, oh, she's fake. Like, she makes stuff up. She has zero sources or whatever. And then she'll drop something that's of import and gets corroborated by some people, and people just totally discount this whole other crazy thing that's going on. Like, a lot of the leakers and scoopers that sort of backed up her stuff over the weekend are the same people that call her trash or that talk shit on her or say she has zero sources, et cetera, et cetera. I say all of this not to be super petty towards those folks, but to get my audience and the people that watch this show and watch our stuff to just, again, realize that is not what's going down, dude. This lady does good work. You know what I mean? And she has good sources. You might not like what she has to say all the time, but I tend to believe her more than I don't. Okay? So here's what she said here. As I've told you with Update, The Flash is Batfleck's final appearance. Old footage of Cavill used on TV. Holy shit. Let's keep going before I lose my fucking mind. New Justice League formed. Supergirl is new Superman. Oh, shit, man. Supergirl's new Superman. Which one? The one we haven't met yet. The one we're about to experience. The one that's in all likelihood probably fine. She's probably awesome or whatever. But it's the new one that we know nothing about. We have no connection to. She hasn't been in any other fucking movies at all. She's in a fringe universe with Michael Keaton's Batman. Anyway, let's keep going because holy shit, it only gets worse from here. Keaton working with Black Canary picks up Batgirl as new Batman. Oh my fucking God, dude. It's almost like a joke. It almost can't be true. It almost feels or reads like a 4chan meme leak. Let's everybody get fucking fired up about it. Okay, let's keep going. This is the new DC. Let's be open-minded and give it a fair shot. Okay. Okay. So again, so she puts this out there. Okay. And this starts this starts a whole kerfuffle online. Okay, this starts a whole bunch of things. Other people start coming out of the woodworks, and, you know, unlike all the other times when they deny that Grace has any actual sources or reports on anything truthful, because this fits their fucking narratives, mainly anti-Snyder folks, they come out of the fucking woodwork to support this shit. Now, I'm not saying that Viewer Anon is one of these people. Viewer Anon is actually pretty, you know, I would say unbiased on a lot of different things, but backs her up and says, huge honkin' DCEU spoilers. I hadn't heard all of this before, but I heard enough of that leads me to believe it's true. Affleck wiped out. Keaton in with Batgirl as successor, and a new Justice League being formed. I think Grace Randolph is right on this one. Okay, that's what he said. This we're going to ignore. That's actually a fake account, I believe. Casey Walsh. The writing has been on the wall with Superman CW show. Val Zod produced Coates Project. Supergirl, they are moving away from Cavill. Considering what I know, yes, in my time to shine, hello. Wouldn't say it if she didn't feel it either. Renaissance Justice, welcome to the Nerdventures, my friend. Appreciate you, man. Let me go over a couple of these just before they disappear. 1 year, love you guys. John Bernthal and Armor Wars is bust. Nick D, appreciate you, brother. Steve says here, Prime member for 7 months. Diamond. P.S. Love the best worst stream. Shout out to whoever recorded that in one of the streams. Wrecked that in one of the streams. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. That was a fun one, huh? That was a fun one. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. So, My Time to Shine Hello had a very interesting sort of take on this. Where's it at? Let's see if I can find this. Oh, man, there's so much funny shit going on here. Okay. Okay, so this one was kind of interesting. So David F. Sandberg kind of, can we get to this one? Maybe we can get to this one. There was this super weird arc where, like, Sandberg kind of said, like, to the rumor of Shazam forming the Justice League, he was like, nah, fam, that ain't true. And then he, like, kind of changed his tone. It was like, oh, well, maybe, I guess that could be cool, and that would be fun. Basically, like, none of them have any fucking idea what's going on. My Time to Shine Hello says here, I don't usually tweet about DC stuff, but I have a friend who's seen The Flash, and the movie will, and this is key, erase every movie Snyder has done. Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Justice League never happened now. Erased from continuity. Affleck and Cavill are both gone. Okay. Okay. Let me just reference my notes so that I don't just yell, fuck! Fuck! Anyway. Okay. I have here, I'm reading my notes. Don't just yell fuck into the mic. Okay. Okay, let's start here. Let's be fair from this perspective. This idea, concept, has actually been out there for some time, okay? If you look at even the coverage we've done, and I've really distanced myself from a lot of DC coverage, and we're going to get to a point today where we have a serious discussion about boycotting Warner Brothers, period. I know, it sounds crazy. It's trending on Twitter right now. You know what I mean? I'm not saying we will, and I don't think that's necessarily the move, but we're going to broach that subject, okay? But before we get there, let's talk about how this has been out there for some time. The idea of Keaton coming back, okay? This was a huge, if you'll recall, in fact, put a 1 into the chat if you were here and you remember when I was getting into all the shit about saying that Affleck was coming back. This was around the time of, like, when I did some content with the Cultured Nerd, who, you know, look, all fair play to all those guys. I believe they've sort of been proven to be very unreliable, not really have sources, and be not a good source. And at the time, I was even very skeptical of some of the things they were saying, et cetera, et cetera. You'll recall there was a stream I did with them where homie's talking about fake photos that he posted, and I was like, yeah, but why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I try to be fair, but also, like, real with this kind of stuff. So even around that time, there was sort of major swell storms of conflicting reports and information out there, and I think that one of the reasons, and I see all the juice and all the super chats, Stevie, I see you, love you, appreciate you being here. I will talk I'll obviously cover your chat in a little bit, but let me just kind of make this point. The whole idea here, ladies and gentlemen, is that the Snyder Cut itself, this is an important concept to sort of understand, was said to be impossible, never going to happen, was not a thing for years. Okay? So the Snyder Cut was so disruptive. Take your personal feelings about the film or Zach or whatever off the table. Let's talk about this. The Snyder Cut as a concept, as a project, was super disruptive. It disrupted a lot of scoopers and insiders because, shit, man, they were telling us for years it would never happen. There are really great reels of all the people that held major L's after that because it happened. The fans made that happen. It was ridiculous. It was incredible. Unprecedented. Because we lived in a news cycle for years where people were saying stuff like, it will never happen. Ben Affleck will never be Batman again. He'll never do this, never do that. Because we lived in a news cycle like that, and it all more or less was proven to be incorrect, the last, I would say, like year, really, at least the last 9 months, there have been this sort of conflict going on where you're like, okay, are we getting real ass information, or is this the same kind of information that was coming out around the time of the Snyder Cut? Meaning, like, let's just call a fucking spade a spade. I'm not going to dance around it. Jeff Johns and a lot of people at Warner Brothers, their camp was putting a lot of misinformation. You remember the Frosty the Snowman fucking movie with Jason Momoa? They made that shit up, dog. They made that shit up to try to get people to think, oh, Momoa's definitely riding with Warner Brothers. He can't be riding with Zach. He can't be riding with, Ray Fisher, etc., etc. So I say all of that to tell you, we had no idea. Like, it's fair to say that the Keaton stuff was out there. Yes, that's fair to say. We knew that Keaton was coming back. We knew likely Keaton was going to take over the main continuity of the universe for DC moving forward. We knew that. Also, the Batgirl rumors have been around there for some time. By the way, let's take a pause on this train for a second to discuss the conflicting reports about Batgirl versus Batman Beyond. Okay, Grace and some other people sort of had this idea, I believe this was a while ago, that Batman Beyond was essentially going to be Barbara, or that you were going to have a Batgirl that was going to be the project where you were going to sort of see Keaton being old man Batman, therefore very much like Batman Beyond. Now, Humberto Gonzalez and some other folks are saying that is not true. Batgirl's going to be sprinkled, not really a main player, okay? So, look, you got to kind of decide what you think is going on with that. So many conflicting reports, we're not sure. So, all of that is fair. But there was a time where we thought that could work congruent to Snyder-Verse. Okay, this is really where we've got to kind of nail it down, because I see some folks out there being like, I don't even understand why people are mad. We saw this coming a mile away. This was reported on, etc., etc. I think between the confusion, the misreporting of Snyder-Verse, the disinformation put out by Jeff Johns' camp and other folks like that, and the fact that you had all this multiversal stuff. Like, let's not talk about DC fandom, snooze fest, bullshit, waste of fucking time last year. Let's talk about the one the year before, when things were good, when the hype was real, when the Snyder-Verse was still on its way. At that time, a lot of the discussion and the ideas presented by people that weren't idiots were the ideas that you could have a multiverse going on. Remember DC talking about multiverse? Like, oh, it's fucking multiverse. Like, we could do all these things. The whole idea there was you preserve Snyder stuff in its own universe, and you have separate universes and all these different things going on, okay? If you take a look at what is being reported now over the weekend, it's fucking depressing, because it seems like it's really closed the door on the Snyder-Verse stuff happening at all. It's basically, if I can infer from what folks are saying, it's this idea that Barry's going to go to a different universe in this movie. Okay, just from what we saw in the last trailer, that's obvious. He's going to go to this different universe. There's going to be a different Barry there. So double up on your Chokey McChokerson Ezra, you know? Choking all day, double choke, 4 hands better than 2 kind of choking situation. Anyway, you have 2 of him. You have Supergirl. You've got Keaton Batman. Okay? This is an alternate timeline that Barry's going to visit, play with in a little bit. And apparently, when he comes back, much like Flashpoint did, the events of the Flash movie will make massive changes to the DCEU, making the canon new and fresh and its own thing. So, the main DCEU timeline is going to be all shifted around. And essentially, what is being reported is that all of Zack's films no longer happen. None of that shit happened. None of that shit's going to be important to the characters that you are going to see in this timeline moving forward. I guess, essentially, the only character that will still remember it, or hopefully remember it, will be Ezra. You know, the Flash. Hopefully, he will at least have some knowledge of that thing. But other than that, everything's going to be different. That, coupled with like reports that like Affleck didn't even share a scene with Michael Keaton in the movie, it sets up the expectations and the tone of this film and the project as completely opposite of what Marvel is doing with Spider-Man No Way Home and with the Multiverse of Madness. This is a crucial and important point for you to understand if you want to understand why DC fans are so pissed. Because here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about fucking Andrew Garfield, okay? Andrew Garfield is awesome. He was in some bad movies. Now, I like those movies. It's okay to like bad movies, okay? I like those movies. By and large, most people, nah, they didn't love them. So, what you have in No Way Home is a celebration and a bringing together of projects and properties that weren't, you know, maybe even all that great. I mean, the Toby stuff's legendary, but, you know, even some people didn't even love that. And you bring it back, you celebrate it all exists, and it leaves fans wanting more. I mean, dude, the idea that fans would want more Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is really fucking crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy to contemplate. What it means is that he's so good in this new movie that you sort of forgive the older films and you still want to see more with the character. That's genius. In so many different ways, that is ridiculous and phenomenal. Okay? If we look at what's going on in Multiverse of Madness, and that's where all the fun's at right now, it's where all the speculation is going to be taking us forward for months and months. I'm super hyped up on it. I'm really excited. But what you are likely getting in that film is all kinds of different characters from movies that maybe weren't great or great. Like a great example of this is the Fantastic Four. If they indeed bring Ion, who's the guy that played Reed in the Jessica Alba, you know, Chris Evans Fantastic Four, if they bring that dude in, it's very possible they do the same damn thing they did with Andrew Garfield. And what I mean is take somebody from a lesser enjoyed franchise, from a franchise that people didn't love all that much, and make him amazing and make people want more of that character. Do you know currently that all of the Spider-Man movies, the Tobey, the Andrew, everything right now is like top of the charts for streaming? What's happening right now? People are going to see Spider-Man No Way Home. They're going back. They're revisiting all the others. It's elevated. It is the rising tide that floats all boats. I can't believe how good it has been so far and how good it's functioning and working for the fandom in general. DC is literally doing the opposite. The opposite, ladies and gentlemen. They are taking much beloved franchises. They're taking a universe of characters that was, quite frankly, the best fucking movie they made last year, and they didn't even really make it. It was Zack. And Zack and the fans. Warner Brothers should take no credit for that whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like, just horrible ass hat company, ridiculous bullshit people at the top. Just, it's unbelievable to me the fucking lack of understanding of fandom, modern media, all of it down the line. They are basically making a movie that doesn't just close the door, but slams the fucking door disrespectfully in the face of fans that like that shit. You want to talk about the difference between elevating a celebration of all the IP hard work, love from different fans? Like, can you see Feige sitting there and being like, oh yeah, but I didn't really like what they did in Amazing Spider-Man, so we're gonna make it so Andrew's done and all that shit doesn't matter and fuck that. No, you could never see that happening because that's not how he thinks. He's like, hey, there are some fans that really like this dude. I think it was incredibly well cast. Let's do it. It's like a total and complete opposite feeling, okay? So, for me personally, like, of course there's gonna be discussions about the fact that you have replaced Batman with a female. You have replaced Superman with a female, like, and you have Black Canary coming into the Justice League. So there's going to be that discussion. To me, low-hanging fruit. Like, does that seem a little bit odd and unbalanced? For sure. Are these still, like, cool female characters? Yeah. I agree that it's weird at face, but it's low-hanging fruit. But here's what's really ironic about that. Warner Brothers seems so inept. They seem so out of touch that they're going to walk right into that one. You know what I mean? That's like the friend that sets themselves up for the ridiculous joke that will be clowning on you for the next week. Like, every conversation you show, like, says the dumbest shit possible, and then you just clowned on. Okay? So for me, am I personally going to, like, really wave that flag and be like, dude, the DC Justice League, like, no, I don't really particularly care. That ain't it. That's not where the problem is. The problem is a total disrespect and a lack of understanding of the fans, dude. You know how many female fans love Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill as these characters? And Ben Affleck might be a different situation because maybe you can't get him to do more, but you could at least have him have a fucking great-ass scene with Keaton in the movie. Like, again, some of this we don't know. We got to see the movie before we pass complete and total judgment. But Cavill, dude, the disrespect to erase this motherfucker, have him in the movie via, like, television screen scenes. Like, I hope they go full meme, bro. I hope they go full meme with it, and I hope they take the horrible-ass Justice League mustache remove freak face of Superman. I hope that's the shit they show in The Flash, and they just total go full-ass meme on it, because your whole shit is a joke, dude. Your whole shit is a joke. All of it. So, again, it's not about, oh, well, we're just doing this differently. We're bringing all these fans. No, it's about the fucking disrespect. It's about the narrative out there online. Like, it's crazy to me how far away they are from the pulse of the fandom. Like, it's crazy. Let me see if I've got anything else in my notes before I just yell fuck again. Okay. So. Oh, man. Is it possible? I think here's the question. Is it possible that this is going to be okay? And maybe, like, why did this happen the way that it did, right? I think that's kind of an interesting question as well. Like, what is this? Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, what the fuck, right? Here's what I think is going on. It is death by 1,000 cuts. It's a similar problem to what Lucasfilm has. It's not, I mean, dude, Lucasfilm looking like all kinds of good now compared to Warner Brothers. It's crazy. Like, I feel like these two are just trying. These two are just trying to be the worst fucking companies ever. You know what I mean? It's amazing, dude. It's amazing. So I think they had all these little plans and these ideas. Like, at face value, you could do what you're doing to step into a new universe and have all of them go together. But why wouldn't you, like, keep that universe on the table? Like, meaning all you've got to do is do what they did in No Way Home. Like, send them back. Like, have a scene with Affleck where he's gonna go just live in his world now or something. Like, you, instead of, like, just shutting it down, like, create some closure or alternate avenue for all of that to make sense. Now, it could happen, and it could be the case that they are actually playing a long game, that they are doing something that will lead to a final crisis and they will eventually bring those characters back, okay? That is possible. The problemo is all of the context for their behavior over the past couple of years. It brings no faith. It gives us nothing to really latch onto as far as hope. I mean, guys, I don't have a personal issue with Junri or whatever her name is that plays the Canary in Harley Quinn. But guys, they changed that movie's name while it was in theaters to stop it from bombing. It's not a good film, you know? Like, I actually like that movie. I like it more than other people do, mostly because of Ewan McGregor. His performance is great. But it's just your regularly scheduled DC trash. It's trash, dude. You know? Suicide Squad was fun, but it ain't it, dude. It ain't it. You know? Like, I look at what they're doing, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck, man? The context is crazy. So you have the biggest movie last year, arguably. You know, No Way Home probably blows it out of the water. But before No Way Home, honestly, Snyder-Verse, I would argue, more successful, bigger than any other movie that came out. People love Cavill as Superman. You know? People love Affleck as Batman. Maybe Affleck doesn't want to return. Cavill does. He does. He said it's personal for him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the inability for them to figure that out. And the idea to just, like, this is what's crazy. It just seems like, again, a lot of that reactive decision-making from Warner Brothers. Like, they greenlit Peacemaker before they knew Suicide Squad would bomb. Is Peacemaker probably fun? Sure, it's probably cool. Am I going to check it out? Fuck no. I don't give a shit about Peacemaker. You know what I'm saying? So, it's fine, but look at the decision-making. Look at the track record. Let's greenlight a spin-off to a movie that's not even out yet. Oh, it bombed? Oh, well. Let's take this movie that bombed, that we changed its name. Let's bring that Black Canary, put her on the Justice League. People will love that shit. What? It's ridiculous. The Batman, even the Batman, and I'm probably gonna, this is where we're gonna dip in territory and be like, hold on now. The Batman movie looks not trash. Fair. I will grant you that. It doesn't look trash. It looks pretty interesting. Even that movie is not out yet. We don't know. It could be a ball sack. And yet they greenlight a fucking sequel to that shit. This is what blows my mind. They can't greenlight anything attached to Snyder or all that stuff. Why? I don't know. They don't like money or whatever, right? They're just like, no, we just want to fucking perpetually hold L's for the rest of goddamn time. They won't greenlight something from a proven fan base. But they'll go out and greenlight all this other shit. It's like they're trying to do the most boneheaded, ridiculous shit ever. We haven't met this Supergirl yet. How the fuck can you make her the Superman, whether it's a man or a woman, for a sort of new character that we haven't met at all? And that's your move. That's your move. Oh, God. I can't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I can't believe it. How are you going to do DC without Superman, Batman? You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's crazy. I think it's frankly crazy. I think they don't understand the fucking IP at all. I think leadership is just... Is there leadership? You know, I don't know. And then, like, the hope, of course, that David Zaslav will come in and save everything and fix everything and do, you know, do right by all that. I mean, like, how? How? By erasing all this erasing? Like, what the fuck, dude? The shit is tumbling down the stairs. It is tumbling down the stairs, bro. And so I ask you, chat. I would like to know how you personally feel about this. How are you feeling about DC? Do you still want to check out The Flash? Because, look, here's the thing. I do think that we need to see the movie. You know what I mean? I think we need to see it because I just went off for I don't even know how long. It is possible this movie's dope, and we actually really like where we're going from here. But this reminds me, you know what this reminds me of? For real. This is what this reminds me of. This reminds me of Rise of Skywalker leaks, bro. Rise of Skywalker leaks came out, and we were kind of all like, this is a big pile of dog shit on fire. This is a big pile of dog shit. What's up, Paul? Good to see you, brother. So when that leak happened, we watched it and we said, okay, this sounds horrible, but there's still time. There's ways they could change it. Maybe they'll change this. Maybe they'll change this. Maybe this could be kind of cool coming out. You know what I mean? It was like given a notice. It was like a time traveler came to you before a date and said, yo, this date's about to be very bad. You're going to have an allergic reaction. You're going to shit your pants when dessert comes. The waiter's going to spill wine all over you. You know, your girl's going to have something stuck in her teeth and you go to tell her about it and she gets furious at you. Like it's like being handed that note, that kind of a note. And you chill and you're going to dinner and you're like, oh, I can't wait for this. Can't wait for this. And then every shitty thing that happens that the time traveler told you was going to happen, it hurts double. You know what I mean? It hurts double, bro. It's like, we're now in a spot where I almost, like, how do we find hype for The Flash? Like, how do we find excitement for The Flash? Like, for real, somebody explain it to me. Reach out and DM or something. Like, here's the thing. I would love to know how, because at this point, this is me as the opening credits for The Flash roll up. No, put me on the big screen for this shit. This is me. This is going to be me in a theater. You better fucking not. You better not. You better not. Oh, that's me. The whole thing. Like, how? How? Like, what? I just think it's crazy, man. Like, I feel like the movie might make some money because people are just like, I gotta see this shit. I ain't seen a trash fire in IMAX in a long time. You know, I gotta see this shit. Bruh. Like, I don't do this just because it's kind of like fun and all this. I honestly want to know, how many of you in chat are seriously considering a Warner Brothers boycott? Because I'm on the fence. I don't think it's necessarily the best move for someone like me to do, because you should probably still go out, see it, try to report on it, blah, 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 blah. But I'm fucking close, man. Put a 1 into the chat if you are personally done with Warner Brothers. I just want to know. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to know where you're at. Because if I think about it, man, like, if I really think about it, I have had some awesome times with Warner Brothers content. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have. Like, the DC animated stuff, I think it's absolutely incredible. The Snyder Cut is absolutely incredible. Wonder Woman, I actually like both movies, even though the second one's, like, whack as fuck. I still like them. You know, dude, reading Grant Morrison stuff in DC, one of the true joys of my comic book experiences. I even think Jeff Johns, like, give credit where credit's due. Jeff Johns' stuff is awesome. You know what I mean? For real. Like, his Green Lantern stuff is absolutely incredible. Like, there's just, I've had so many fun experiences with it. DC's great. But I don't know. It feels like we're at a weird spot where it's like, I actually don't know how to try to let my voice be heard as a fan, okay? Like, here's one of the reasons. The most talked about fucking hashtags, the most tweeted about, the biggest thing, it's the biggest fucking thing. It was the biggest fucking thing. Restore the Snyder-Verse. The Snyder-Verse. You know, make the Snyder Cut. It's literally one of the biggest things ever. It's one of the most obvious fan outcries you've ever seen. And y'all are just like, nah, let's do Black Canary instead. Like, what the fuck? So I'm at a loss, Warner Brothers. How do I reach these kids? And by these kids, I mean these adolescent motherfuckers that are running yo shit. How do we do it? I don't know how else to do it. It feels like the only option left for fan, like how am I supposed to politely say, y'all fucking this up? And honestly, you've been fucking it up, and I'm really pissed, and I'm pretty much checked out. Like, Warner Brothers, what course of action would you recommend? Using social media and channels of outreach? That obviously doesn't work. You want me to write a goddamn email? That's not going to work. Would you like me to send a raven? I think the only thing left is to boycott yo shit. And I'm not even just talking about DC. I'm talking about all your shit. All of it. The fantastic fucking retconning of Johnny Depp beasts and where to find them. The Amber Heard ain't going nowhere. Aquaman 2. You know, all of it. Matrix, what the fuck is this? Reza, what? All of it. Anyways. Yeah. We'll talk more about this, you know, later on. And I should probably stop before we go way too crazy. But anyways, guys, so woo-saw. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back a little bit. Let me sip some coffee, try to calm down before I have an existential crisis. Hopefully, this explains why some fans have an issue with these leaks. Hopefully. If you didn't know, now you know, Nerdventure. So, we'll just see. We'll keep an eye on it. The Batman is coming up before The Flash, I believe, this year. And so, depending on what news comes out or how absolutely furious I get, I'll probably be supporting that movie. But I might not, dude. To be honest with you, I haven't really covered shit about DC since they copy-struck the channel anyways. So, it's no big loss for me. You know what I mean? It's no big loss for me. We'll see. Keep you posted. Keep you updated on what is going on with Warner Brothers and their trash-ass decision-making. Okay? So, there you go with that. Now, I do want to, before we get into Q&A, and I know we got a ton of fun, super chats and et cetera, I do want to go, if you would be kind, and maybe you've posted some memes this morning on the BBS. I do want to say a couple of things about the BBS. We have now new moderation rules. Okay, I know the BBS has kind of gotten a little out of control. Okay, I know. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on with it. I still think the tech is awesome, and we're going to turn it around. So what I need your help with, Nerdventures, is going over to thedenofnerds.com. Check out the new rules. It's got to be nerdy or community. No, not safe for work stuff. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I'm gonna reach out to some people today, get even more moderators on there, and get it going like that. But we're taking it back. We're taking back the BBS. Too many NFT spammers and not enough nerdy stuff. It is NFT tech, and I'm into it. But that's not what the site's for. The site's for posting about nerdy shit, et cetera, et cetera. So let's get into this. Let's buy a few memes. Perfect stream. When Josh goes off on the morning stream. Ryan, nice, man. 8 out of 10. You know what? 8.5. Let's see here. F Warner Brothers. Normies to nerds. Snyder fans leaving. Yo, 10 out of 10, dude. If y'all don't understand this meme, this is Antonio Brown, right? And so the story was apparently he had a performance-based initiative thing where, like, if he had, like, caught 7 more passes in the game, they'd have to pay him, like, all this extra money or something. Like, he had incentives, and they fucking benched him. Homie literally took his shit off and was like, I'm out, and just walked out. So, yeah, awesome. Yo, Josh Ross. This is nice. This is a 9 out of 10. This is a 9 out of 10, man. I'm into this. I'm buying this. I'm going to go back and buy a lot of this stuff, too, because I know we posted late about getting over to the meme board. We buy memes every Monday, everybody. Every Monday. Josh, keeping an open mind about the DCEU. Sealed shut. Yo, you ain't wrong. I mean, I'm trying. Hey, that's the best I got. That's the best I got from Warner Brothers, dude. For real, for real. Like, I don't know what else to say. This just in. The Warner Brothers / CW strives for mediocrity, hoping to not disappoint fans. You know what? 9 out of 10. Anything today that's anti-Warner Brothers, it's good. It's good. I like it. I like it. I love this. You guys always act like you're better than me. Oh, shit, no! But I actually like this already. I thought it was a clever meme. But how dare you also? Snyder Cut. Snyder Cut for life. Come on now. Don't make me choose. Don't make me choose between my favorite kids here. That's a nice timeline. It'd be a shame if someone ruined it. Yeah, except it should be Ezra. You know what I mean? Like, I like it, and it's topical, and I'm going to purchase it. But also, it should be Ezra. Chokey McChokerson. Yo, this one's kind of fire, too. All right, cool. So, I'm just going to buy those ones for now. I know we posted about this late. But highly recommend you guys go over there. Yo, quick on the draw, dude. I like that. That's pretty funny, bro. Nice. All right. So, shall we crown a Nerdventure, a new Nerdventure, as the wiener of the $200 GameStop gift card? Should we do that? Should we do that? I got to set this up, so give me just a second here, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a member, you are automatically entered to win the $200 GameStop gift card. Let me get this set up so that we can do the drawing. And we'll go from there. Yo, that felt good. I don't. Did I go too hard? Did I do all right? Did we go too hard? I feel like we did okay, man. I feel like we didn't go too far. Maybe a little too many swear words. Maybe too many swear words. I'm trying to work on that, you know. All right, let me get logged in here. We're going to do this with a dice roll. So we currently have 734 members. So that is, let me count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8 pages on this here thing here. So it's kind of interesting the way we do this. I'll show you. I will show you right here. So, here's the little table that we're going to roll on. Let me get this set up here. So the first thing we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to roll some dice here, okay? This is the list of members here, okay? So this is page 8. And the first thing we're going to do is roll a d6. If it is odds, we will start at page 1. If it is evens, we'll start at page 8. Odds, we'll start at page 1. So what that means is, boom, going all the way back to page 1. Now we're going to roll a d8 to see which page we're going to go to. Oh, page 6. Okay, so here we go. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is page 6. Everybody on this page is eligible. Got some good looking folks here. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna do a D100. We'll count from the top. Boom. 52. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is Josh. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is RG. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 is Matthew. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31 is Jace. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 is Scotty. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47 is Charlie. 48, 49, 50, 51, and 52. Your winner of the $200 GameStop gift card, Nerdventure, Ryan Carter. Ryan, congratulations, my man. Ryan Carter, congratulations. Hit me up on Discord or on the Twitter DMs, man, and we'll get into that, and I'll send you over the important info for ye old GameStop gift card. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate all the support. We do one of these every single month for the Nerdventure members. Just another cool way to give back to the community. The Nerdventures are honestly the best way to support the channel. They keep the lights on over here. They really are the best, man. They keep us flush. So much love to the Nerdventures. By the way, members stream at 1 p.m. We're going to talk about 2022. Talk about the things we want to do in 2022. So try to come by at 1 p.m. if you can. All right, let's get into the super chats. Let us see what all of ye Nerdventures have to say about Warner freaking Bummers. Is it Warner Brothers or Warner Bummers? That was bad, chat, you think? That wasn't that good? Okay. All right. Shut up. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So, John Parker, first name with a $5 says, it's my birthday. Happy New Year. And take my money and give me Kenobi. Hey, John Parker, thank you, man. Really appreciate the support. Much love to you. And a happy birthday. Can we get happy birthdays in the chat for John? For Johnny Boy? Johnny Parker? Thank you, brother. Renee says, late to the party, but congratulations to the future Mr. Scott. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. We're doing it the other way, but it's okay. Hey, you're okay. Dan Larkin says, shit it up, bruh. Awesome, bro. Thanks, man. Stormy says with a $5 holler, says, I'm all in for Supergirl and Batgirl in the DCEU, but let them being the mains instead of Clark and Bruce is horrible. Only watching Batman and Black Adam. Yeah. So I think that's the main thing, is that it's not that these characters shouldn't be in there. That's totally fine. Them being in there makes a lot of sense. It's the idea of replacing not just the Trinity and two very important characters, but versions of those characters that fans still want more of. And particularly with Cavill, because he wants to do more. It's just egregious, man. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you're setting these characters up for failure. You know, G. Willow Wilson, okay, writer for Miss Marvel, considered pretty left. A lot of people call her woke, etc., etc. She had this really good take in the midst of Marvel making some of these mistakes in their comic book line. All New, All Different Marvel was a really weird time where they removed a lot of legacy characters and replaced them with newer or upcoming characters, usually diverse or female. What G. Willow Wilson said, and I thought it was poignant, she said, nobody wants a legacy if the legacy sucks. It's a horrible way to pass the baton, to shit on a legacy character and then still value the legacy and pass it forward. It makes zero sense. That was a great take, and I agree. It's stupid to try to bring one down to elevate the other. Just bring the other one up. You know what I mean? Again, we got to watch it to know for sure, and we got to watch it to be fair, but that's kind of my take, man. I think it's garbage. Prince Zodiac said with the $2 said, wait, are they going to make Wonder Woman a man? No. Wonder Woman's still involved, and she's still going to be Gal, and she's not going to remember shit about Snyder. It's crazy, right? Stormy says with the $2 holla, time for Cavill to play Hyperion in the MCU. Bro, I agree. He would be a brilliant Hyperion, or just do Squadron Supreme. Well, I guess he would be Hyperion in that situation, yeah. Yeah, Hyperion, Sentry, something like that would be sick for him. And I think at this point, you got to do it. I think Feige, like, The one person that had a good weekend was Feige. He's just sitting back being like, these motherfuckers. Dawn says, the $10 holla, very generous. Says, it's my 51st today. Happy birthday to my fellow Nerdventures, as well as congrats and Happy New Year to you and Elisa. So thankful for all in the tower. Take my birthday money. Let's go. Hey, appreciate you. And happy birthday to you. I hope it's a good birthday. Getting it started in 2022. I think it's going to be a good year, man. And I really appreciate the support. And thank you for the congratulations. Big Stevie says, look, $25 holla says, after initially being pissed, I don't think they are erasing the movies entirely. I believe they are rebooting the cinematic universe and keeping some characters and changing others. I believe the SV will continue on HBO Max, the Snyder-Verse. Steve, I love that thought. I would love to get down with you, but all the evidence I have, brother, is to the contrary. Everything I see, if you look at how Warner Brothers has acted, you look at what Zach's saying and not saying, just look at it, bro. I mean, I understand that take, and I'd love for that to be true, but how can I feel that way? You know what I mean? Like, I just think that that's... In a sense, you're right. And I went back and forth on it. I was trying to be fair a lot yesterday when I was writing my notes. I said, you know, they're just trying to set up a new continuity. But this idea of erasing all of Zach's stuff and in the main continuity, like having Ezra, like, there's a way it could work where I'm like, okay, that stuff still exists and it's still real. But if it's not and it just gets like erased, like, it's going to really depend on the context of the movie. But you have multiple people saying that it's erased, bro. That it's gone. It never happened now, you know? So like you'd have to do like some mental gymnastics to get around what's being reported, the context of what Warner Brothers has done over the past year. You have to go through you have to be like Dick Grayson with the mental gymnastics to get around that. But I appreciate you. Matei says, very generous $1 billion donation. That's with a B. Personally, I never liked Snyder's DC movies, so I don't care as much. But it shows how Warner Brothers doesn't give a flying fuck about the fans, and that pisses me off. Dude, totally fair take. Also, Batfleck and Cavill were great. R.I.P. Happy New Year and take my money. Hey, appreciate you. And I think that's such a great way to sort of come at it. It's like saying, I didn't even really like Zach's stuff. But still, it's crazy that they don't care about the fans. Bro, that's exactly what I'm talking about with the Andrew Garfield situation. A lot of people didn't like Andrew Garfield's thing. Now it's the hottest shit, bro. You know? People love him. People are revisiting it. People want more. It's, dude, like, that's just love and care that you just don't see over there with Warner Brothers, you know? Nick says, Josh, I can't believe DC has not learned yet. If you go woke, you go broke. And so the go woke, go broke situation. I know a lot of people feel differently about this. I actually do feel that it can be real. Like, going woke can lead to going broke. I guess it's all euphemisms, but essentially what I sort of take that to mean is, if you just make the ideology the thing without substance, it is going to be ass. And the one thing that's really weird about this situation is I kind of see, and maybe I'm reading too far into this, but I kind of see a lot of people coming around to this idea. Like, I saw some initial folks trying to say like, oh, it's weird how many people have a problem with a female Latina being brought in to the Justice League when talking about the Black Canary chick. Bro, that ain't it by a fucking long shot. And a lot of folks are getting past that and being like, that's not what people are upset about. And to try to hide behind ideology, it's so gross, dude. It's so gross to be like, well, they just don't like Latina women. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That is crazy to me. Now, on the other end, I'm not one of these get woke, go broke people. I don't necessarily inherently think that that's the move. I think the more disrespectful thing, the thing that's really upsetting here is a complete lack of understanding fans, wanting to please fans, and being very petty. It's their pettiness that frustrates me. You know what I mean? Now, to, take it to one step further, dude, they set themselves up for that. It's almost like they wanted to be able to hide behind the ideologies and this sexism attacks and the toxicity of fans. It's almost like they made it on purpose to get some of those attacks to then try to dodge it that way. Holy shit. Like, that's 7 levels of stupid. You know what I mean? If that's really what they did, I don't really have an answer for it. I understand that's the way a lot of people feel. I just got to be real with you. I think that's the low-hanging fruit. That's not even really what it's about, bro. But it also happens to be something that's kind of real in this situation, you know what I mean? So it's weird. Appreciate you. Pretty Nikki says with a $10 holla, says, I've set my expectation to -1 as a DC fan, and it's all laughable at this point. I'm looking forward to the Batman, so I guess that's something. Take my money. Thank you so much, Pretty Nikki. I really appreciate the support. It's always nice seeing you in the tower. Yeah, it's just, I'm personally at a spot where I just don't see a route to being hyped up about this. Like, look at Sony. Okay, and by the way, I saw some like really weird takes about Spider-Man and stuff too. A lot of people don't know what the fuck they're talking about online. But let's do this. Do you guys have... In fact, let's do a poll. Let's go to Poll Town. Poll Town, USA. Poll Town, USA. Welcome to Poll Town, baby. Who do you trust more? WB with DC... Sony with Spider-Man. Let's see what the people have to say. Drafter, holy crap, member for 14 months. Holy crap, says back for a live stream finally. Sadly, it's because I got the Rona and I'm stuck at home. Well, I'm sorry about that. I hope you recover quickly. Hopefully, it's one of the lesser variants or whatever. But it's always good to see you, man. I appreciate the support. Thanks for hanging with me, even though you can't be active in the chat. Really, really appreciate it. So we got that poll going up, man. The milestone super chats. Yeah, I'm sorry. They don't pop up on this one screen, man. I'm sorry. I wish I could see them all pop up here, but yeah, sometimes the super chats, or rather the milestone chats, they just don't pop up for me, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I will read them if they pop up, but YouTube needs to sort that out. Mike Toast says, we'll always support Zack Snyder and glad he received his trilogy, but this recent news is disheartening. Karma for Warner Brothers doing Ray Fisher dirty. Yeah, you ain't wrong about that, bro. Big Stevie says, I also firmly believe that no decision will be made without Discovery's input, and we know that they are aware of our feelings and want to correct it. Brother, I hope that is true. I do. I hope it's true, Steve. I want to love again, Stevie. I want to love DC again. But why do they make it so hard? John Van Gelderen Jr. with a $10 holla, very generous, says, is it possible in some alternate universe that this is all a front and it could end up giving us two separate universes like people thought earlier? Definitely not getting my hopes up, though. So, again, is that possible? Sure. But that's not what it looks like, bro. What it looks like is they're going to make their main continuity universe. They're going to cherry pick the stuff they like from Snyder-Verse, erase everything else, make it so it didn't happen, and you're going to have literally Batgirl, Black Canary, and Supergirl, and Wonder Woman, and Shazam, and Keaton. You know what I mean? Like, that's your Justice League. And it's just like, fucking what? So, possible. And if that time comes, we will say, holy crap, this is awesome. I can't believe they're coming back. That would be really, really great. But for now, we're living in this moment. Fifi says with a $10 holla, thank you, says, at this point, as a DC fan, there is no Justice League movies. There is no Suicide Squad. There is Flash, and there is only The Batman 2022. I feel you. I feel you, Fifi. That's where I'm at. And I'm not even that hyped up on The Batman. I feel like everybody's super hyped up on The Batman. And to me, I still have a lot of questions. I still have a lot of concerns for that film. And it's not going to be hard at all for me to completely turn on these motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying. Nick D with a $15, very generous, says, when you talk about DCEU with no Supes or Batmans, I honestly don't think, comic-wise, Supergirl and Batgirl aren't that popular in the comics anyway either. Like, it doesn't make sense. Bro, it doesn't make sense. It makes zero sense. You have, again, let's just say it. You have some of the most iconic characters ever. You have this situation that people absolutely loved, and Cavill wants to come back, and you're going to do him dirty. You're going to put him in archival footage on a TV and then erase his ass. Cool. You know? And Supergirl and Batgirl, like, no, bro. They are not even close to as popular. Like, Dick Grayson is more popular. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's mind-blowing to me. It really is. Pitmaster Norm says, Happy New Year to the Nerdventures. Happy B-Day to me. DC needs a pooper scooper. I need a cupcake. Shut your mouth and take my money, bro. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. I hope you're having a good birthday. Like, somebody get this man a cupcake. Get this man a cupcake. Appreciate you, man. Much love. Kevin Kavanaugh says, $5 holla. I came to your channel because of the DC coverage you did like 2 years ago. I lost all hope for DC after they said no more Snyder. Won't be seeing it. Yeah, Kevin, what a different time then, you know? Like just the coverage, the hype, the hope. What a different time. And then to have it slowly stamped out by the company and to have shit like this. I mean, like, there's probably some people out there that still don't necessarily get it. They're like, bro, what is it? This guy's losing his mind. Like, dude, if you don't get it, then you just don't fucking get it, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I've tried to be as fair as possible. I've tried to explain it in terms that I think any normal person would be able to understand. If you don't have an attachment for the characters and the actors and the shit that I'm talking about, and you're just here for the new shit, then you don't have a fucking attachment to DC. You don't. You just like flashy fun things in front of your eye sockets. That's fine, but shut the fuck up and get out of my face. Anyway, Fifi says with a $10 holla, Warner saw how Disney reset Spider-Man in No Way Home, and they were like, multiverse or reset? We can do that shit. Yeah, I bet they did, huh? Sheesh. Noah Schaefer says with a $5 holla, I used to feel like Disney was trying to cut ties with the prequels. Happy to see they're bringing some of it back. The fuck, DC falling into that trap for now? Yeah, kind of seems like they are, huh? Zoe the Goat says, never going to the theaters to see this crap. No way am I giving someone my money that blatantly doesn't care about the fans. Firestick. Hashtag Firestick, my man. Jeremy Lamar. Why is no one talking about how the Batman trailer footage looks like it's cherry picking from the Nolan trailer, especially the exploding car shot? I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, they're definitely taking influence. You know what I mean? They're definitely taking that influence. I mean, the Batman looks cool, but to me, I'm just like, I mean, the dude's as skinny as one Batfleck arm. You know? Everybody's like, look at how good he looks in the trailer. Bitch, please. He looks like he could fit in the arm of Batfleck. Anyway, David Bruce says, tell us how you really feel about the DCEU. P.S. Take my money. Bro. How I feel about the DCEU? I feel like, thank God the DCEU exists. Because otherwise, Star Wars would be the worst fucking thing going on out there, you know? I mean, we got, you know, right now we have a couple of designs going on for Book of Boba Fett. Okay? We're trying to come up with coverage for it. And I'm torn between like some cool stuff and then also a shirt that says more like Beta Fett. I didn't come up with that. There were other people. More like Beta Fett. I saw that comment a lot on some of the more recent shit. It's funny. Resident Justice with a $5 holler says, I get why some may want to boycott, but I'm too excited for the Batman. I'm seeing that movie night one. I trust Reeves, and I'm glad it's separated. Hey, totally fair take, brother. I'll say this. Thank God he fought to have it separated. You know he was going to walk, right? He was going to walk if they didn't keep it separate. And now it feels like he was smart. Mike House says with a $5 holler says, Sony without Marvel controls is garbage. Snyder Cut is a masterpiece in comparison to Venom. Fair. DC has Atom, Shazam, Aquaman, Sony, Venom, and Morbius. LOL. I mean, I guess, Mike. Technically speaking, Sony just made the best movie ever, though, in No Way Home, right? So, you know. Joey George says, I've been listening to the original Timothy Zahn trilogy on audiobook. Do you think John and Dave could do this? And where would it fit in with the sequels? Yeah, I've talked about this a good bit already, but yeah, I think they could do it. They have to obviously do a new version of it because they have new characters like Ezra and Ahsoka and sort of new things going on. But I think that's what they're doing. They're going to do a new version of it and have Thrawn be this big bad and set that up. So how does it tie into the sequels? It just happened before it. That's kind of it, you know? John Van Gelderand Jr. with a $5 holler says, if you had 30 seconds to say whatever you want to the Warner Brothers executives, what would you say? I would say you are all boomers. You are all way out of touch. You are all acting stupid. You will regret this if you ever come to your senses. If you don't come to your senses, you'll forever live in oblivious fucking denial as your company just shits the bed. And so what I would say to you, Warner Brothers, is either sell DC or you know what? Just sell it. Just sell it. Just sell DC and shut your mouth and just get away from me. Just don't even. I don't even want to. Oh, this is longer than 30 seconds. Well, guess what? And then I start poking their eyes. You know, that's what I would do. You know, you remember that when you had to like stop them from poking your eyes and all that? Yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, let's see here. Resident Justice with $5 hustle. I understand Discovery won't have any input until May, but if the Flash movie rumors are true, how does Discovery react or try to clean this all up? Bro, that's another good question. I have no answer for you. Like, my only answer is stop it. Like, just stop it. But it doesn't seem like they're gonna do that. Like, it seems like they're doing this Flash thing, and then, bro, we're gonna live in a world where that's the Justice League. You know? Like, I don't know. The obvious move is to bring back some Snyder stuff, but the further time goes on there, I mean, Zack's not going to come back. Affleck's not coming back. Cavill probably doesn't want to come back unless he's the main dude, you know? So it's like, they just have set themselves in a very, like, losing situation. I don't know how they get out of this, you know? Mike Hill says, so basically Warner Brothers took a giant dump on the Trinity. A big old dump with corn in the dump and just horrible, bile-dripping shit. That's what they did. Yes, that is what they did. Fifi says for the $10 holla, very generous, Fifi, thank you. Says predicting it now, the Batman hits the $1 billion club, not beating Marvel top 3, but close. That would be incredible. Also think the Flash won't even be able to top Godzilla vs. Kong, but I also forgot Josh isn't Team the Batman. Yeah, I'm not, but I want good movies to do well. If this is like way better than all the crazy shit they're doing, and it's awesome, like, let's go. Then do that. But then what's Warner Brothers going to do? The same old Warner Brothers shit. How do we make this now the thing? Let's throw everything into this thing. Let's make this the new universe and fucking ruin it. Let's ruin it. Can we replace Batman with Catwoman? Can we just do that? Let's put this Batman in a wheelchair and he can barely talk. Maybe his tongue's coming out the side of his mouth. And then Batgirl comes in and is on steroids and bigger than him, and she's Batman now. That's what they'll do. Anyway, let's see what's going on in the chat, and let's check this poll. Okay, looks like we got a couple more supers. I appreciate you guys so much. Says Jeff Parker says, here's some coffee money for you, Josh. I feel like you went through a lot today. Take my used to be DC money. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, it's a little rough, huh? Hey, we're doing okay. You know, we're doing okay. I'm shocked. You know what I mean? Like, I'm shocked, but at the same time, I was like, well, we've got something to talk about. Should be interesting content. Because this shit's coming from the heart. Like, this isn't an act. This isn't like a performance. This isn't like I'm going to come out. No, this has been a 2-year toxic relationship. This has been a breakup that's fucking back and forth. I want you, I don't want you. Have hope, don't have hope. This is one of the most egregious. This is real. This is real shit. So, they did this, dude. They did this. You know? They can't make a fucking Sesame Street video without restore the Snyder-Verse. And I hope it never stops. I hope in 100 years from now, we're in the metaverse and somebody has fucking little robots they've designed to hover over all of the Warner Brothers, people that are in there with their avatar. And I hope that they never, ever stop hearing restore the Snyder-Verse and they have Zack Snyder fucking photos emailed, hologrammed in front of their eyeballs for the rest of goddamn time. Blockwriter says, Girl Squad aren't a draw unless it's women's volleyball. Did you mean to rhyme that? That was impressive. I think Warner Brothers and Disney are going to learn this the hard way. Charlie's Angels, anyone. Yeah, so there's a lot of that kind of stuff going on. You know what? I think it is, too. It's trend chasing above substance. Like, why does a lot of this shit suck? Because they mishandle nostalgia, they don't care about the fans, and they're just chasing a trend. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah. $20 holla. Okay, you're cut off, though, Fifi. No more. Too generous. Unless you just sold a yacht. Did you recently sell a yacht and you're good? Because if so, that's cool. But if not, yeah. $20 Oh, actually, hang on. Let's not forget about Halle Berry Catwoman. Better than what they're doing in The Flash, that movie. Thank you, Joey. Fifi says, I always love Josh's opinions, but when it comes to the Batman, shut your mouth! Baka Susie Baka! Batman forever. No, it's cool. Dude, if I was a DC fan, I'd be defending the shit out of the Batman because I'd be like, this is all we got. This is the last hope. You know? So I understand it. It's all good. No, you're not going to get complaints from me, but I'll tell you this. If that movie comes out and I don't like it, y'all are going to know. You're going to know. Patrick says with a $10 holler, if Warner Brothers sold DC to someone like Universal, wouldn't fans be more relieved that Warner Brothers just didn't have it anymore? Or Universal likely rebooting it for the studio's vision and also not using Snyder's vision? I think at that point, yes. I think you're exactly right. It would be more like, hey, let's let them try and not muck it up. And we're good. And we're going to give them a chance. And the fact that it got taken away from Warner Brothers, W. I think that's where people would be at mostly. You know what I mean? So, that's what I think. That's what I think. All right, what's going on in the chat, y'all? Guys, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. 94% of people, like, that's the point, dude. That's the point. That's what I'm saying, is like a lot of people in the MCU community are like, oh, man, Sony's doing Sony. Like, oh, dude, can't trust him. Like, this is going to be crazy. Morbius is probably going to blow, etc., etc. 94% of people that voted on that poll trust them more than they trust Warner Brothers to be doing the proper DC films. Guys, like, what else? Ezra turned on the man that gave him a shot. Wow. So it is interesting in that regard. I mean, I don't know how much input he would have. You know, I don't know how much he'd be involved. But Ezra, I think, is a big fan of Zack's stuff. Like, he kind of defended him on... Here, let me see if I can pull it up. Apparently, Val Kilmer will be in the movie, too. That's what Andy says. So they're just throwing in Batman, you know? There's more Batman to try to satisfy. Okay, let me read you this, because I think it's kind of interesting. This was posted out. Somebody said to Ezra... Fans are going crazy thinking the movie is erasing Zack's movies. They don't see the potential this movie will bring. No power or force in any known megaverse would or could ever erase Zack Snyder's mighty works. You can take that quote, take it to the bank, to the press, to the school, to the military, and other pillars of capitalism I'm forgetting because blah, 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 blah. So he's saying, like, you can't do it. You can't erase what Zack did. And I appreciate that, and I think it's actually pretty solid, but also just... We're going to have to see, bro. I'm just telling you, like, here's another take. Like, you know, Casey and some of these other people, seeing the fan reaction, have been trying to quell it, have been trying to bring reason to the equation, you know. That's cool. Like, I get you. And I think the world needs people like that. I think the world also needs people like me that are like, nah, bro, I'm fucking pissed. This is horse shit. But to give them a fair shake, concerning the Flash stuff, I think people that are using the term erasing to an extreme. I don't take it as them erasing anything. It sounds more like a new universe is creating, using old and new elements, similar ideas. Yeah. So, again, maybe. But the problem is the context. The problem is the 2-year ride of shit that Warner Brothers has been dumping upon fans. How do you perform the mental gymnastics to find hope in this kind of a scenario, you know? I just don't get it, man. And also, yes, Affleck was the bomb in Phantom, yo. 100% he was. 100%. Okay. All right, guys. Is everybody okay? Did we do all right? The DC fans, you're not that mad, are you? You know what I mean? Like, you understand. You understand where I'm coming from, yeah? Honestly, the thing that irritates me more than anything about the DCEU, more than anything, is that the status quo is so screwed. Yeah. Tell me about it. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. So, I'll chill for like 5 or 10 more minutes. Oh, can you please speak to the grunting amid the karate tournament in Cobra Kai? Real or fake? Okay, so this is kind of fun. So, we did a thing in the martial arts that I studied, and here's the thing. I never studied karate, okay? I studied actual martial arts, and it's not a tournament karate. It was a combat martial art, right? So... different things. But I will just say that even in combat, we would use what we call a voice assist, meaning like a grunt or a yell or like like a breath or something to accentuate and sort of assist your strikes in force. And I'm not sure if it technically does anything. It's almost like the flames that people put on their hot rod cars that don't actually make them go faster, but maybe it does. I don't know. I would say that's a thing pretty prevalent in martial arts. So, yeah, you definitely have a lot of voice assist and all that. Is this a good time to ask for Affleck Daredevil to come back? So, Fifi, from what I understand, they actually did want him to come back. I don't know if it happened. From what I understand, the people at Marvel, they did send paperwork to Affleck, but they also didn't anticipate him signing it or doing it. He's kind of over it. He's kind of over all the big IP stuff. However, how crazy would it be if Feige gets him to do that? I think Feige's like one of these dudes that's like in the face of challenge and all this sort of stuff. He's just like, no, I'll get it. Could he do it? Absolutely. And that would be such a slap in the face, like a wet salmon across the lips of to Warner Brothers. Like, y'all can't, like, wow, so. Read the rumor of Moon Knight in late February. So, West Coast, I saw that, and yeah, I think that's probably true. It'll be later in the year, a little bit later than we thought, but I'm into that. There were some rumors that Moon Knight trailer was going to happen today. So, yeah. Who knows for sure. But we're going to get out of here in a little bit, guys. Stream today, 1 p.m. Members stream 7 p.m. on Wednesday night. Come on by. We'll likely watch Book of Boba. We're going to read some comics. I've been reading a lot of comics over the weekend. Had a good time with that. Today, we're going to talk about goals for 2022 on the channel. I believe I'm going to do a preview video for Book of Boba Fett, which will drop later today. We're going to be back at it on the Tiki Talkies. Oh, and please, go check out the podcast I did with Darth Chaco. It is currently up on Spotify. And we had like a 2-hour conversation, and it was like therapy for me with Star Wars. You guys just got a bunch of therapy for me when it comes to Warner Brothers. I just basically let it all out there. Well, I did it to Darth Chaco in the podcast environment when it came to Star Wars. I went over all the little problems and issues I have with Star Wars, why I think they're fucking up so bad. So go check that podcast out. It's a good one. More podcasts in 2022. A lot of fun stuff to come for the channel, for the brand, for myself, and for you. So thank you so much for the support. You guys are absolutely incredible. Appreciate you. Hey, man. We got it going on. We're 1 for 1. 1 for 1 with the streams in 2022. I guess I should say thanks, Warner Brothers. You dumb motherfuckers. Thanks. What's the podcast called? It's called the Den of Nerds Podcast. And yeah, y'all should be there for Nerd Theory. It's going to be a good one. We're going to talk about Beta Fett tonight. Thought about it. I watched the episode a couple more times. I'm like, dude, what's up with Beta Fett over here? Shit. They're going to replace him with Batgirl. Anyway, much love to you all. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Ryan, my man, thank you, brother. Appreciate that 10 spot, bro. I'll hit you up later with the deets. everybody leave? Is everybody gone? Man, you think I'll get any Warner Brothers screeners this year? You think they'll invite me to any press junkets or anything like that? Oh shit. Oh, David Zaslav, you got your work cut out for you, baby. Good luck, my guy. Good luck. Anyway, thanks. Thanks for letting me vent there. See y'all soon. And just because it's the new year. Sound of Warner Brothers. It's just that all. It's just that's what it. It's Warner Brothers. That's what it.